I'm actually, since I'm a bit loud, I'm just going to put that there. My slides today are mostly pictures, which means I need the notes for myself. So I want to start actually with a story. Last month I was at a little event in the desert that I like to go to now and again called Burning Man. You may have heard of it. And I was at a large burn, which will show up here in just a moment, and a young man was sitting next to me that I didn't particularly know. He was part of my larger camp. So I checked in with him and I asked him how he was doing, and he said, yeah, I'm not usually a crier, but this started happening about 48 hours ago, and it just seems to be going on. He said, actually, I made notes of it because it was really profound to me at the time. He said, I've experienced so many things this week that I didn't know were possible. And now I don't know what to do with that. I know I'll never be the same, but I don't know who I will be. So I sat with him and I listened to his story. John is, I think he's about 24. He's a software engineer, a little bit of an introvert. He's a classical pianist. That's one of the things that really gets him out of bed. And he spoke of connection, of openness, of just raw intensity of emotion and childlike wonder and hands-on experience. And I told him, that only he could make the choices that would determine who he was going to be with this new information, but that I would support him however I could. And we'll come back to his story in a moment. It's not the slide I expected. Okay, so what is Burning Man then? The Burning Man is not something that happens in Nevada. It's something that happens all over the world. It's a collection of events run under the same 10 principles of radical inclusion, gifting, decommodification, radical self-reliance, radical self-expression, communal effort, civic responsibility, leaving no trace, participation, and immediacy. There's no substitute for actually being there, for having the experience you're having right now. So John experienced a transformation that week in which the gift of others led to transformation for himself and the creative action and the opportunity for co-creation. We've heard that word already tonight, co-creation. And for all the spectacle at that moment and hundreds of others like it are exactly why I'm involved with Burning Man and why I devote a lot of my time to creating that in other places around the world, in the communities where we live every day. So this has gone a little faster than I expected. So that transformation of my own sense of possibility was a profound gift for me in 1999. What I've done is I've become what I like to think of as a social arsonist, creating that for other people, setting sparks and then bringing tinder to them, and seeing if we can set the world on fire. Okay, so just to talk about a couple of the things that are going on. What happens at a burn, what I do year-round, is I just create a container, like the unconference that's going to happen tomorrow. Everybody else, the participants, bring what goes on. It is a global and local community. I just want to put this one up here. Burning Pizza Project is run out of Sydney. It's people started making pizzas and said, this is great. We can get other people involved in making pizzas. And while we're making pizza, we can talk about the importance of feeding our communities. We can do that here at an event. We can take that back to Sydney. We can make a party of it. We can get pizza vendors to actually donate leftover materials, and we can go have a pizza party and feed people on the street. So the point that I wanted to make here is that people at this event become activated, and that turns them sometimes into activists. Things like BlackRock Solar, which started by lighting the event, and now builds solar arrays for schools in rural areas all across the US. Things like Burners Without Borders started during Hurricane Katrina in 2004. People said, wow, we need to do something about this. What are we going to do? Now they go all over the world, and burners get together as burners and go and solve problems. Fukushima. If you want to find out more about what's possible for yourself, for others, come and talk to me. That was never 5 minutes.